Okay, so a couple key ideas I want you to write down first. First of all, you need to understand what's your base when you're using brackets. Okay. The top example here, I have -2, but my base is 2. That's what's being multiplied by itself. On the bottom example, when I have brackets around the negative sign, my base is -2. What do you call this -1? Coefficient. So when you have no brackets, you have a -1 coefficient. Okay. So for the top one, the base is +2. The bottom example, the base is -2. And then when you apply your exponent, you'll have a very different answer. Okay, so it's very important examples to look at and understand. Please copy them down. Okay. Then some more basics. And we have 6 exponent 7. 6 is the base. The whole thing is called the power. And 7 is called the exponent. Okay, another example that we looked at was these two. We have -2 with exponent 3, -2 with exponent 4. So we do have a negative base, but if I ask you to simplify, what do you have to do with the top one? And what do you have to do with the bottom one when you remove brackets? Well, the idea is the top one has an odd exponent. The bottom one has an even exponent. So the top one will then have a negative answer, and the bottom one will have a positive answer. And that's a big deal when we're dealing with letters and evaluating exponents. Okay. Definitions, 3 is called the coefficient and x is the variable. Okay, so what I want you to do here is I want you to evaluate, use your rules first, and then calculate. So right here, what kind of base do you have? No, you do not. There is no brackets right there, so you don't have a negative base, you have a +4 base. This equals, with those brackets they had, -4 times 4. All right? So your final answer then is -16. Be careful where they put their brackets. Okay? Big difference versus -4 with the 2 on the outside, because that's -4 times -4. +16. Right? Brackets are a big deal. Watch where they put them. Okay, this should be B over here. Please do that question. Go ahead. Okay. Evaluate, multiply. The last thing you're going to do is a subtraction in the middle. Go. Moving on, we should get 2 times 16 minus -1 squared. 32 minus +1. 31 is our answer?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, try the next one. Try the next two, please. Try the next two. Last thing you'll do is a subtraction. Last thing here you'll do is the addition. Watch bed mass. Go. So C99 is final answer. Okay. We call it the Wayne Gretzky question. He's number 99. Wayne Gretzky.
Oh, and mine.
Okay. Oh, what's 9 times 13? 9 times 12 is 108.
Wait, what is it? What is it?
117?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure no.
12 for the last one?
Yeah. Shit. Huh? I totally did not come up with that.
So, let's go over it then real quick.
Oh wait, hold on, hold on.
So this is 9 cubed is 729. Then 3 cubed is 27. On the bottom, I just evaluated 3 squared is 9. And then I found the answer to 2 exponent 5 and 4 squared. Okay. So I just evaluated my exponents first.
I got it.
Then I did my subtraction up top to get 702. Multiplication, find answer on the bottom. You got to find an answer and an answer. Then 32 divided by 16 is 2. Okay. And so this fraction works out to 6. The second one is 6. Add them up, finally 12. Okay? No? Go back and try it again. I'll help you later if you need, okay? Okay, so let's talk about the rules. We're going to go over the rules pretty quick. And I'm going to show work, so you please write down work as well. When you're multiplying, you add the exponents. So a exponent 7. Usually our division is written as a fraction. And when we divide the same bases, we subtract the exponents. Okay. What about a power to a power? A6 to the power of 7. Okay. So you're not going to add them because this is A6 times A6 times A6 times A6 times A6 times A6. It's a lot more than 13. 5, 6. One more time times A6. So it's actually A6 times 7. For a power to a power, you should multiply them together. Okay? 6 times 7 to get A exponent 42. A exponent 42. Multiply when you have power to a power. Now the next rule is exactly the same as the one above. These are identical, these three. Here, since there's more than one letter, you multiply into both exponents. What's the exponent on the A at the beginning of the question? 1. So it's 1 times 5. The B is the same thing. Watch out for those hidden 1 exponents. They're everywhere. You got to really be careful. Everything has an exponent. So we have A5, B5. Same idea for the next one. So what should I write for my work on the A? 1 times 3. What should I write for my work on the B? Same thing. Because of the brackets, the exponent applies to the top and the bottom. A cubed over B cubed. Okay. Go with the next one. A exponent 0. 1. Okay. Just 1. What about this? I'm not going to show you that. Okay, next one. Negative exponent. How do you fix a negative exponent? Nope. Fraction. You make the base into a fraction. What if it already isn't a fraction, like the next question? Yeah, you turn it back. Okay. So those are all our exponent rules that we practice. Now what I want you to do, I'm going to give you 5 minutes only. I want you to try all the examples. Okay, there's the answer for the first four. Please double check your work with mine. So 2 times negative 3 is negative 6, x 12. Second one, divide negative 4, and we subtract our exponents to get x cubed. Number 3, remember that 3 multiplies into all the exponents, even the hidden 1 exponents. And the fourth example, be careful what is the base for the exponent 0. For the very first part, the only thing to the exponent 0 is the x. Okay, the 4 is not part of that base. It's the coefficient. All right, but for the 4x inside the brackets, all of that equals 1 because it's all part of the base. Neha. 2 times 2, 2 times, yeah, it's not 2 times 3. It's 2 times 2 times 2. 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8. It's
No, I
not.
was looking at different questions.
Oh, okay, sorry. Yep. Yeah, go. Okay, finish off the rest, please. Nave exponent. Okay, so have a look up here for the answers. Notice how when you have a nave exponent, you flip the entire fraction because the entire fraction is the base. Then multiply your exponent in, and then evaluate. Okay. Here, I only flip the x cubed because the base is x, the 6 is a coefficient. The 6 has nothing to do with the negative 3. Last one, I only flip the base with the negative exponent. I don't need to flip everything, only the base with the negative exponent. Then multiply. Okay. Any questions? Okay, next section here. What you want to do when you're substituting in, you want to be careful and you want to use brackets. You want to be very careful with your negative sign. Okay, watch out for your negative 5. Go ahead, try these 3. Go. $50 for the first one. Negative 25 for the second one. Okay. Correct the first two. 196 for the last one? Okay. 196.
Thank God I got that.
Okay. Turn it over. Okay. So volume is the area of the base, or base area, times the height of an object. And for a cube, the base is a square. So for a cube, the area is side times side, and then volume will be side times side times side. Okay. So your volume equals side length cubed and most of the time we just use s cubed, although s's look like 5s and that's why I write side. Okay. So for us, for our question now, we'll say that the volume equals 5 squared all cubed, because our side length is 5 squared. So the volume is 5 to the exponent 6. That could be an answer, or I could check your calculator and see if you know how to do that. 5 exponent 6 on your calculator. Everyone please try that. 15,625 centimeters cubed. Sarah? Well, this is a generic formula for every shape in the world, but for cubes it's s cubed, yeah. Okay. We haven't really looked at volume too much, but it's a simpler one that we've kind of looked at a little bit in the past. Next one, squares and circles. So what we're trying to do is find this area right here that the carpet's not covering. So we have a square room, circle carpet. How much is exposed? So the area will be the square minus the circle. The area of a square is s squared minus a circle, which is pi r squared. So it would be 4 squared minus pi. What would be the radius? From the middle to the outside? You're right, it's 2, half of 4. Okay. So this could be an answer. 16 minus 4 pi. That could be even an answer for sure. Please go to your calculator and tell me what another possible answer might be. So you have to know how to do this without your calculator. .43 meters squared. Okay, everyone should check their calculator, make sure they can do that. So part of it's just a calculator. Any questions? Okay, for population numbers, we have a little formula. The population equals the starting population times the action, and the exponent is time, or the number of times the action occurs. So it kind of depends there. Sometimes it's a fraction. We have to be careful with that. For this question here, starting population would be 1,000. It's doubling, so that action is a 2. And after 1 year, it doubles every month. So how many times does it double? All right, 12 months. So it doubles 12 times. So it'd be 1,000 times what? 4096. take that number times 1,000. 4,096,000 insects. It's a lot. Next one. How many insects 8 months ago? What kind of number could represent 8 months ago? -8. That's right. So 1,000 times 2 to the exponent -8. That'd be 1,000 times 1 over 2 to the +8. Which is 1,000 times 1 over 2 exponent 8. 256. Which is really 1,000 divided by 256, right? Times it by 1. $3.9. Okay. So really we should say there's 3 insects. Because it's not quite 4, so we just say there's 3 whole insects. Question? Yep. Okay. Last little thing with exponents is Pythagoras, so we're going to review that, which is huge. Okay. So this here is x squared. Okay. That squares dimensions x by x. Which one's your hypotenuse? Yeah, this is your hypotenuse, 289. So should we add or subtract to find x squared? Subtract. So 289 minus 225. We subtract our squares. That equals 64. Well, that's the area of the square, and then you square root 64 if you want to find x. 8 centimeters. Okay. So be careful. You should understand that diagram, know how to answer it. Yep. Squared.
That means it's already been squared, right?
Correct, and that's why I didn't square it. Okay. Okay.